subscribe to that channel. Don't be afraid to click the like button and subscribe to my channel. A lot of things going on in boxing. Um, there's a great undercard on Ryan Garcia versus Marrio Barrios. It's going to be really interesting. I look forward to the more undercard than the actual main event. Marrio Barrios versus Ryan Garcia. I believe that the fight is going to be uh, either Ryan Garcia or Marrio Barrios by decision. This is not going to be a knockout. It might be knockdowns, but I don't think it's going to be a knockout. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Yes, and I think based on what I've been doing research on, Oshiki Foster wants to fight Shakur Stevenson. Do you guys think that Oshiki Foster deserves a fight against Shakur Stevenson? They had some bad blood in sparring, and I think that that's just something that he's using Oshiki Foster as a leverage, or try be relevant and get a fight with Shakur Stevenson. But a fight with Shakur Stevenson right now would be really hard for Oshiki Foster to get, because Oshiki Foster is not at that level. He hasn't really put himself in the forefront yet. He hasn't fought anybody to put himself in position to fight Shakur Stevenson. Yes, he beat Stephen Fulton, and he vacated his 135 championship that he won when he beat Fulton, and he went back to 130 to the WBC to defend his belt at 130. I don't think that Oshiki Foster is relevant enough for Shakur Stevenson to actually fight him, no matter how many times he wants to bring up the drama that happened, Oshiki Foster, the drama that happened between him and Shakur Stevenson in sparring. I believe that he doesn't have a big enough name to actually get a fight with Shakur Stevenson. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. So, Shakur Stevenson has bigger fish to fry. I think right now, I don't know if he's going to stay at 140 or go back to 135, but Oshiki Foster should have never vacated his belt at 135 when he beat Fulton if he wanted an opportunity or a chance to fight Shakur Stevenson. But that's irrelevant. He went back to 130. He feels more comfortable there. And I feel that a fight with Shakur Stevenson right now, I think they mentioned in the interviews that if he, like when he was in Max Kellerman's show, they asked him, Max Kellerman asked him if he would fight, what's that guy that fought recently? I forgot his name. It was a good victory. I forgot his name, but he said that he would fight the new 140 champion, that the one that actually that beat Andy Cruz. The one that beat Andy Cruz. Remember the one that fought Andy Cruz, and nobody thought that Andy Cruz would lose. They thought he was gonna win. I knew that the fighter that fought him was gonna win. I forgot his name. I've been following him. But I don't got his name. Could somebody help me with the name of the boxer champion that actually beat Andy Cruz, the Cuban Olympian? He beat him in impressive fashion. Shakur Stevenson said that he would fight him, but he said he only mentioned that because Max Kellerman asked him, "Would you fight him?" And he said, "I'm gonna make him look really silly if I fight him," and he alluded to that. But I think right now, how you doing? Connor Berry Hill 92. Connor Berry Hill 929 said hi. I didn't want to butcher your name. Hi, I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Connor Berry Hill 929. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. This is a boxing channel. And I don't think that Shakur Stevenson is going to give Oshiki Foster a chance at a championship, because he has bigger fish to fry. At 140, he has Richard Hitchinson. He has Gary Antoine Russell. I don't know if he's gonna fight him, but they asked him, and he said that he's gonna fight the guy that gives him the most, that makes him the most money. And right now, we don't know who he's gonna fight. I appreciate you, Connor Berry Hill 929. Let me read your comment. Connor Berry Hill 929 said, "I'm your 900th subscriber." Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the support and all the love from everybody that's tuning in and everybody subscribing to my channel. My channel is growing, and I thank you, Connor Berry Hill 929, for being part of the family. Everybody who tunes into my channel, they want to know the truth. They want to get knowledge. They want to know real boxing content. Unholds-barred, great information and great content creation. So that way we don't get suppressed of the truth, and we get real great boxing content that people want to hear the facts, and people that are not afraid to hear the truth, they tune into my channel and they subscribe and they click the like button and they're not afraid to comment. All right. So, what do you guys think about the undercard of Ryan Garcia versus Marrio Barrios? I mean, what do you think about Gary Antoine Russell? Guess who he's going to fight? He's going to fight Andy Hiraoki. He's from Japan. Andy Hiraoki is an undefeated fighter from Japan. He's 24-0 with 19 KOs. The guy is no joke. Mario gonna whip him. I believe that Mario could beat him, or Ryan Garcia could beat him. I think it could go either way. I just feel like Ryan Garcia is not going to be able to knock him out because I think he's really tough, Marrio Barrios, and he has some kind of technique, some kind of technical abilities. I think he lost the last fight with Manny Pacquiao, but I think Marrio Barrios is a tough competitor, and he's very durable. Tank Davis couldn't knock him out. So I believe, and Keith Thurman couldn't knock him out too. So I believe that he's a very durable fighter, and I don't think that it's going to be a knockout stoppage. I think it's going to be a split decision, either Marrio Barrios or Ryan Garcia. There might be some knockdowns. It's going to be a bloody fight, but I think the fight's going to go to distance, and the fight could go to either fighter. I'm not making a prediction, but I feel the undercard is going to be so intense. Let me read your comment again so people can know who you are. Chevy Lowrider, thanks for tuning in. He says Mario gonna whip him. Great. Thanks for your comment. Thanks for your opinion. I appreciate it. Dream Team Rivals Players said hi. How you doing? Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Chevy Lowrider, after 4 rounds is over. I appreciate your assessment. Chevy Lowrider, thanks for tuning into the channel. Shout out to all my Mexicans, my Puerto Ricans, my African Americans, my Anglo brothers, my Puerto Ricans, everybody tuning into my channel and subscribing. You guys are part of my family, and I keep it real, and I speak the truth about what's going on. I like the Richardson card as undercard, being on the undercard as well. He's gonna fight Oscar Duarte, who actually is 28-1 with 1 draw and 23 knockouts. The fight between Richardson is actually 20-0 with 8 KOs. He's going to defend his IBF belt against Oscar Duarte, who lost to Ryan Garcia. And it's going to be an interesting fight. I want to see how Oscar Duarte does. He has some kind of pop. I haven't seen him fight other than the fight with Ryan Garcia. So I feel like Richardson is going to pick him apart, but it's going to be interesting because Richardson looked great in his last fight, but he did actually struggle against Lima. I think it was Lima, but I think he was struggling with the weight. I don't know what the deal was, but he has looked great in his last fight against Kambosos. But who is Kambosos? Kambosos is a one-dimensional fighter. He did what he was supposed to do, but I am impressed with Richardson. I like what he does, and he's from Brooklyn, Crown Heights, Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn as well, Boricua. So yeah, it's the fight. It's a 550 to 380 favorite. Richardson. He is the favorite to win this fight. Those are the odds. And the fighter that Gary Antoine Russell is gonna fight is an undefeated Japanese fighter who a lot of unnamed opponents, based on what Gary Antoine Russell alluded to, he said that a lot of unnamed opponents have paid Hideaki step-aside money so they don't have to fight him, to avoid fighting him, because he's a very dangerous fighter. He has a lot of knockouts. He has technical abilities. He has a long jab, and his name is Andy Hariaki. He is 24-0 with 19 KOs, and he beat Ismael Barroso. I think Ismael Barroso is the guy that Rolly Romero got a gifted decision, controversial win over him when the referee stopped the fight and gave the belt to they gave the belt to Rolly Romero, but he didn't even land any punches to even consider Rolly Romero knocking him out. Barroso was beating Rolly Romero. They gave him a gift as a belt for him, and I feel that Rolly Romero is overrated. And Ryan Garcia, he got knocked down by Rolly Romero in his last fight. He hasn't looked good ever since that. He got exposed for using Ostarine, illegal substance against Devin Haney. So I believe that there's a reason why he looked really good before they found out about the illegal substances. So now that he can't use the illegal substances anymore, he hasn't looked good at all. He's been exposed as a not so impressive fighter as we saw when he lost to Rolly Romero, and he has not been the same ever since. So I think it's because he's been using illegal substances. That's why he's been looking stronger than normal. But at the end of the day, I look forward to the undercard. I'm very excited. I think the fight of the night is going to be Gary Antoine Russell versus Andy Hideaki from Japan. 24-0 with 19 KOs. And the fight of the night, I'm back. Tony also knows boxing. Subscribe to the channel. You're tuning into my channel. Yes, I believe the fight of the night is gonna be Gary Antoine Russell. I think he's gonna be a very strong competitive fight between Andy Hideaki from Japan and Gary Antoine Russell is 18-1 with 17 KOs, and I believe that that's gonna be a test of the wills, and we're gonna see how great that fight is going to be, how intense it's going to be. I think that's going to be a very intense competitive fight, and I'm not making a prediction. I just know that they're both great fighters, and we're going to see how great both fighters are, and they're going to show a hell of a performance. And I think they're going to steal the night on that boxing card. They're going to rob the show. And Richardson Hitchinson, I look forward to see how much he displays his skills and see how much of a knockout artist he can be. We'll see. I love what I saw in his last fight. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Subscribe to the channel. So I look forward to that main event. Not the main event, the undercard actually. I believe that the main event is going to be maybe entertaining, but I don't look forward to that one as much as the undercard. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. I'm having technical difficulties. A lot of people trying to call me right now. But yes, I believe that the main event it's going to be awesome. I believe that it's not going to be awesome, but I feel like it's going to be entertaining to a certain extent. But I don't look forward to that fight with Ryan Garcia versus Marrio Barrios, but I do want to see it. We never know. We might get a good entertaining fight. I look more forward to the undercard. Gary Antoine Russell versus Andy Hideaki, 24-0 with 19 KOs versus the champion. Gary Antoine Russell, who defends his WA. He's 18-1 with 17 KOs, and I believe he's going to steal the night. And subscribe to the channel. Tell me who you think is going to win. What are your comments are for the main event, Marrio Barrios versus Ryan Garcia, and who do you think is going to win between Richardson Hitchens and against Oscar Duarte? I know who's going to win, Richardson Hitchens. I think he's going to win, but it's interesting to see how much he could take a punch, because he's a powerful puncher. And I feel he's not really proven though, but still, he's a powerful puncher. And I think that Gary Antoine Russell, that's going to be the most entertaining fight of the whole night, and it's going to be very competitive, and we'll see how great both fighters are. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel, but I look forward to the undercard more. What do you guys think about the fight between Gary Antoine Russell versus Andy Hideaki from Japan? What do you guys think? I think it's going to be competitive. I'm not making a prediction, but if Gary Antoine Russell is as good as everybody's advertising, I think he should win. I don't know how it's going to be. If it's going to be stoppage, but it looks like this fight is not going to go the distance. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Do not be afraid to click the like button. Do not be afraid to subscribe. Do not be afraid to give me your comments. And I thank everybody for tuning in. You guys are part of my family. And I thank all the people that subscribed today. And that's a really good blessing for me. My channel has been growing, and my channel is going to keep on growing and keep on going, because Tony also is always flowing. Check it out, man. I got new music. I got a new single with Keith Murray versus Tony also and Keith Murray. Stop Being Greedy. It's going to be available on all major platforms. It's going to be on the new album, The Essence of Who I Am. And I got new music coming up with me and a famous freestyle artist. It's going to be on the album as a bonus track. And I have another song with the same freestyle artist. And he's going to be on a single that I'm going to release real soon. I can't say the name yet, but subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Click the like button. Don't be afraid to subscribe. Wow, how do I get out? Subscribe to the channel. Don't be afraid. Tony also